Ron DeSantis has filed paperwork this afternoon, officially entering the presidential race.
He plans to talk more about it tonight in a discussion with SpaceX founder Elon Musk. Musk also owns Twitter and has 140 million followers on the social media site, which could be a big boost for DeSantis during today's campaign launch. Western News political reporter Greg Fox is joining us now. And Greg, Musk appears to be backing off an earlier statement that he would support our Florida governor.
Right. So last June, he said he would vote for DeSantis if he ran for the White House. But yesterday, he made it clear that he's non-committal at this point.
I'm planning to endorse any particular candidate, but I am interested in, X/Twitter being somewhat of a public town square.
The discussion between DeSantis and Musk will take place on what's called Twitter Spaces that looks a bit like a podcast channel. Our understanding is that it will occur through DeSantis' personal Twitter page. Democrats see DeSantis as a far-right extremist in the mold of former President Trump and promise a national campaign to explain why they say that he's behind culture wars, disenfranchising minority voters and the LGBTQ plus community, and the clampdown on women's reproductive rights with a 6-week abortion ban.
What we're going to do in Florida is we're going to make sure that we end his political career by talking to everyone who will listen around the country about what a disaster Ron DeSantis has been for our state, and that the last thing we want to do is let him wreak havoc on Americans.
Though he's been spending a lot of time in early primary states, DeSantis certainly has a lot of work to do if he wants to compete with Trump. According to a May national research poll of Iowa voters, Trump gets 44% to 26% for DeSantis, trailing by 18 points there. In New Hampshire, a St. Anselm College poll in March had Trump at 42% to 29% for DeSantis. That's the closest margin so far. And in Nevada, a new Vote TXT poll shows Trump with a big lead among Republican voters, 51% to 21%. Even before this afternoon's filing of federal paperwork, millions of dollars have been spent by the pro-DeSantis super PAC, Never Back Down, aimed at Trump and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. DeSantis is also overseeing a fundraising effort at the Four Seasons Hotel in Miami, now through Friday. Stuart.
Greg, thank you. And over the past several months now, Governor DeSantis has been trying to gain national support.
Yeah, he's been traveling to other states and even other countries. Joining us now is NBC News correspondent Gabe Gutierrez. And Gabe, how does the DeSantis team plan to take on former President Trump?
Hi there, Michelle and Stuart. Well, this effort will ramp up very shortly, of course. It's been teased for months, as you mentioned, and Never Back Down, that super PAC that was just mentioned, it is planning a huge rollout over the coming months, including an operating budget of $200 million. $100 million of that will be this voter outreach push that aims to have field operatives in early primary states knock on doors at least 4 times in several of the states and 5 times at least in Iowa. The super PAC plans to hire at least 2,600 field operatives by Labor Day. Of course, though, money is very important in politics. It's not everything, though. Many other candidates have been flooded with cash early on and failed to go anywhere. You remember Michael Bloomberg back in 2020, of course. But the DeSantis team hopes that it will get a lot of attention and a lot of attention among conservative groups by coming out on Twitter Spaces in just about an hour or so, this highly unconventional announcement that he hopes to do alongside Elon Musk, although, as you mentioned, Musk himself has not endorsed yet.
All right, Gabe Gutierrez live for us in Miami. And you can watch more of Gabe's report on Governor DeSantis' run coming up on NBC Nightly News. That is at 6:30 after Western News at 6.